What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here, Water Ice Radio. And it's another wonderful episode of the Lauren Reed Live Show. I got my whole squad here with me.
Yo.
Squad here.
Yeah.
Got Jay the Gentleman in the building.
What's up?
Shh, you know how it go.
Yeah, busy,
we just
busy,
moving.
busy.
Shaking.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff. We're really excited that it's fall time around here.
Love it.
September, so new shows are coming out.
Yes.
And our old shows are coming back with new seasons and stuff like that. It's football season. So
Everybody's
I'm excited.
back, from vacation, back to school. The city's a little bit more vibrant.
Yep. And I have to say this, shout out to the Water Ice Radio and just waterice.com crew. We had an amazing summer, Everybody worked really, really hard. We had a lot of events going on, a lot of places to be. We've been cultivating relationships all summer long. And
Absolutely.
Listen, 2020 is going to be crazy.
I feel like every year we say that, and it's been in fruition.
I feel like we keep topping it, though.
Yeah.
And,
so it's good. I'm excited.
I am excited, too. So, Jay, talk about our guest today.
So speaking of cultivating relationships,
right?
This past summer, I was working at the Photo Pop Philly, which is the first and only art installation, interactive art installation. Yep. Shout out to Kate from Philly PR Girl.
Yep.
And I think it was like a Saturday. I was working, and this bubbly young lady comes in and is just like, I'm supposed to take pictures. I'm like, okay, do you have a ticket? So and so from PR Girl said you're cool. I'm cool, but I was like, all right, do what you got to do, right? So she's walking around. I'm hearing her talk, and she's funny, and I'm like, yo, she's hilarious. So I'm like, what do you do? And kind of just talk, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she told me that she does this thing where she has a blog and has a website, and she talks about dating and relationships. So I was like, that's what we do.
That's all we do.
for at least for a while, for a couple years.
All, in the beginning of the Lauren Reed Live Show,
we used to do 2 shows a week, 2 hours each show. So we would come up with different topics, especially about dating, sex, all that good stuff. So I was like, oh, we got to bring it back.
So I'm so excited about this because we haven't done that in a while. Don't get me wrong. I love talking to our movers and shakers.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's been great. But this is
like a throwback.
It's like a throwback for us to talk about
So
topics.
I went on her website and I saw some of the stuff that a lot of her posts. I'm like, oh, she's messy. I love it. Spicy.
Bring it on.
I love it. So I love the energy, and I was like, hey, do you want to do this? She was like, right away, yes, let's do it. Here's some dates. Boom. I was like, bet.
And all he had to say with me was messy, and I was like, all right.
She got stories.
She can be messy.
Yeah, she got stories.
Relationships messy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
story of my life.
Let's bring her on. So without further ado, we have our guest, Riley.
Hey guys, what's up? So happy to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Name of her your website is.
Yeah, what's the name of the website?
So the name of my website is revelinmotion.com. REVELANDMOTION.com. Started it last July. It's been pretty successful.
Right.
Had more than 5,000 people check it out, and it's wild because I only promote it on my Instagram, and I don't have that many followers. So I mean, I'm sure that there's been some things people have connected with, and they're like, you need to read this.
Yeah. Wait, so Revel Emotion.
I just about everybody asked the same question. Like, I wouldn't get relationship from
at
that
all.
Okay, so let me start it off. I am a marketing genius. Okay. I wanted something that I could market off of my first name and my last name.
Okay.
So my initials are RM.
Okay.
I went through a dictionary, literally reading different definitions for R words, for different M words, and I just really liked how Revel in Motion flowed. So in my mind, I'm like, once this blows up, I can have R plus M on jackets and sell merchandise and all this stuff.
I can't even get into it right now because I know exactly what you're.
I know, so that's just where it came from. But what Revel means is to just find merriment in everything you're doing. And that's a constant in my life. I don't like to do things unless I'm having fun and challenging myself. And then motion, that's been a constant in my life as well.
Okay.
Constantly moving and wanting to grow and travel and experience new things. So you're reveling in motion.
So are you from Philly?
I'm originally from Central PA.
Okay.
But I've lived in Philly, lived here for 2 years, right when I graduated college. Moved to Florida for a year and a half, was a TV reporter there.
Nice.
And then moved back last July. So
Oh,
I love
Florida.
Philly. The Florida man is real.
Right, it's real.
So I was just about to say
Florida's
that
wild.
little bit of experience being down there. Like, would you ever go on location for a story and you're like, am I really about to report about this?
There was a possum that got drunk in a liquor store. So there you go. I can't even tell you the amount of crazy shit that I reported on there. I was born and raised in Central PA. I am just a northerner. That's who I am. I love that people are raised in different ways, but the way that some of these people, I was in the Panhandle.
I was gonna
Wow.
say,
Real deep, okay? And they say, bless your heart, when they mean you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, it's
oh,
just,
bless your heart.
oh,
Yeah.
bless your heart. I'm like,
Very condescending.
Yeah.
I told someone this week to be blessed, and that really means fuck off.
Exactly, yeah. And just the way that some of these people were raised is just not the way I was raised. And that was pretty challenging. But
Yeah.
I was on TV. I'm a professional. I was not getting into the politics. It was a pretty hot political time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And down there, people are real passionate
Oh,
about
right,
what they
right,
believe
right,
in.
right.
So
Absolutely.
my goal and my job was just to be fair. And that's what I did on a daily
That's-
basis.
yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
So was Revel in Motion something like a light bulb that went off like in the middle of the night, like you rolled over, couldn't sleep?
Or was it like an outlet?
Yeah.
Oh no, so it's an outlet more. But I was unemployed. I quit my job in Florida. I hated it. I made $25,000 a year as a reporter. So anyone listening that wants to get into the local TV business,
You don't start off as Savannah Guthrie.
No. Right.
McDonald's managers make more money than you will starting off because you have to pay your dues.
Walmart. Walmart
Yeah.
managers make more. Yeah,
They
yeah.
do, and for me, I'm a money-driven person, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I got into a more corporate position. But
Okay.
there was about a 2-month time period where I was unemployed, low-key depressed. Like, I'm a Capricorn. I'm driven. I like to be at work where I don't feel fulfilled in myself. So I've always been a writer, and I've always enjoyed writing, but more like inappropriate stuff you're not going to see on your
stuff I
local,
like.
your local ABC
Yeah.
station. So I used to do this little like newsletter, just updates of who I'm dating or funny stories about dating or sex, and send it to my girlfriends.
Okay.
And they loved it. They were like, you should write for Cosmo, blah, blah, blah. So I just one day.
Because that's easy to do.
Yeah, because that's so easy.
Yeah. You should write for like Vanity Fair. Like, oh, all right. I haven't thought-
I'm like, oh my God, really? Like, let me just do that real quick.
Just apply.
I did send Cosmo some of my stuff, and I never got an answer. But it's fine.
Yeah.
One day. I mean, it's their loss, right?
Exactly.
So I just made my website. My dad's like, you need to do something.
Okay.
He's like, you're just sitting around the house. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're right. So I made my website, got a corporate job in Philly, and it's just something I've been consistent with.
Cool.
Yeah.
So when you apparently they're from your experiences.
Yes.
So like all of us, we've had tons of experiences. Do you have something in particular that you like to write about more than others?
Would it be like bad dates?
Yeah, I mean, bad dates, but also I love to talk about my friends' experiences.
Okay.
And just like observing other people's relationships. And not all of them are bad. Like I talk about my parents' relationship a lot. They have the relationship you strive to have. So I really like talking about relationships, but also, no offense, love talking shit on guys. It is so
And that was the
much
other reason
fun.
why I wanted to bring her on.
So much fun. And man, you just give us material. Like it's so easy.
So are you a believer in this term of a fuckboy?
The fuckboys have taken over.
Yes, they
We need a
have.
repellent. I was just out like in
But you know
Colorado,
what?
and they were out there too. Like they know they follow you. Like, I thought I escaped them, and I
They're
didn't.
everywhere,
They're everywhere.
right?
There's some that like just hide who they really are, but the inner fuckboy is gonna come out. You can't.
No,
you can't.
and it's some that strive off of being a fuckboy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because y'all allow it.
exactly.
That's true.
Y'all allow
I'll
it.
give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. And it's some who claim not to be a fuckboy.
I
but
hate those
They,
the most.
but
Yeah.
but they are.
Right.
And they know they are.
I respect more a fuckboy who just owns he's a fuckboy.
Right.
I have a
Be honest
yep,
with me.
I have a guy friend who's just like, yeah, I tell women what they want to hear to get what I want. I'm like, at least you're honest. I feel horrible for the women you talk to.
Right.
Anytime my friends come up and they're like, oh, I like so-and-so, I'm like, don't do it.
Right.
Unless
Not the
you're
one.
okay with never hearing from them again. Yeah.
So how do your friends take it when they kind of run up on your website and they see that their experience has now made it to Revel Motion?
I always ask. I would never do that. I always ask, hey, is it okay if I write about this? I'll also will pull my friends, like talking about dating apps. What do you like about this dating app? What do you not like about it? Asking guys, what are your favorite pickup lines? Sometimes, again, genius, I'll go to a bar and just go up to random guys, be like, so what I run a website. What pickup line would you say? And then they're like,
You just let the
I know.
floodgates
Oh,
open.
I
They're like,
walk
what?
in.
Who's really the
wait,
fuckboy
they're
here?
They're like, what category?
Yeah, like what?
They just give me drinks. They're like, we strike up a conversation. I'm like, I'm using you. Thank you. And I just
Yeah.
walk
Right.
away. Fuck girl behavior. But
Right.
Cool.
It goes both ways.
It
Let's
does
be
go.
real. Let's be real.
I have a smile on my face
Yeah.
while I do it.
No idea what you're talking
Blink in
about.
your eyes.
I have no idea what you're
Exactly.
talking
hair,
about.
Remember how I run a website?
Well, yeah. I just want to talk to guys.
Yeah, like, what do you
whatever.
say to, like, how do you show a girl that you're interested in
Right.
them? But I got some really good answers, and, it really opened my eyes that some guys are really intimidated by women.
Oh, yeah, for
They
sure.
really are. Like, they I don't like to talk to girls at the bar. I'm scared I'm going to sound stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of my good guy friends have said that. I'm like, you're a catch. Just go talk to her. I love a guy that's just pretty
Upfront?
aggressive. Yeah.
Cool. So that's a good leading question. I talk to Jay about this all the time. Like, are we coming into like a culture where women are more so shooting their shot? And
I hope they do. We were talking about it.
I shoot that shot all the time.
Really?
I did it today. This date is because of me.
so Riley is
We
about to
need
go on a
more people
date.
like her.
Riley's going to date right after this podcast, depending on what happens here.
and it was off Hinge, right?
It was off of Hinge. He had asked me to go on a date like 2 weeks ago. I was just coming back from New York City. I was hungover. I'm like, I'm not being social today. So I texted him, hey, what are you doing this afternoon? He said, nothing. I said, meet me for a drink at 4 o'clock. Bam.
Done.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's Hinge?
It's a dating app.
Oh, I never heard of this one. But,
Yeah. I know. I got off of those too.
We'll
But
talk
I
about
know,
that.
I know
We'll talk
of
about that.
Hinge.
Yeah.
It's like it's a little bit more like. Can you explain it? Because like
Yeah.
you could like on certain comments.
Yeah.
Or,
So the only dating apps I use are Bumble and Hinge, and I honestly recommend that for everyone. I mean, if you're gay, Grindr. My best friend is gay, and he's like, Grindr's awesome. Like, I wish I had it for
grinding
me.
out here.
I just can't get past the name.
Yeah.
It just kind
It's
of.
clever.
Grindr with no E. It's Grindr. I love it.
Yeah.
I can't.
great.
Just get straight to the point.
Yeah, exactly. We know why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why these two? Why Bumble and why Hinge?
So
I did like Bumble for a little while.
yeah, I know guys like Bumble because guys are lazy and girls have to talk first on Bumble.
Correct.
And they love that, right?
Instead of saying no, not really, because like it's more of you get more like they actually interested. You know that they're interested.
Yeah.
That's really the
yeah,
only
we're
reason why.
initiating it.
Right,
So
you
that's why I
gotta
find there's a
initiate.
lot more
But isn't it-
good-looking guys on there.
But if she, I guess, swipes for you, you have to swipe for her if you're interested, basically.
Well, yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
Tinder.
You have to match.
Oh, you
Yeah.
match.
But
Okay.
as far as like talking, you'll know that she's really into you if she starts the conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she has to start
Instead
the
of like
conversation.
you be like, hey, what's up? Like, hi, blah, blah, and it's like nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. And the only thing I don't like about Bumble is I don't have game online. I'm very like, hi. That's what I say first is hi. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to hit you with a pickup line.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you some interesting
Oh, you
fact about
got
me.
a cute smile. Hey, big head.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I'm just like,
Nice
hi.
shirt, or-
If I'm drunk, I'll be like, hey, you're hot.
Straight to
yeah.
the point.
Or if they have something like, if they're in a jersey of a team I support, I might say like, or if they went to my school, I'll say like, go Pitt, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Nothing
Got it.
crazy.
Got it.
But Hinge, you have to, I don't make profiles.
Okay.
Like they give you a bio. And this is a public service announcement. Men on Bumble or Hinge, if you have more than 1 or 2 sentences, I guarantee you that's why you're not getting matches. Because what girl like wants to go on and read a novel? The guy's
Well, can I
like-
say the same
Yeah.
for
Well,
guys?
no, yeah. Guys and girls should not. It should be short and sweet to the point.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Like I just
yes,
don't.
yes.
My viewpoint on this is if you're talking this much, typing up a bios because no one ever lets you talk that
It's
much
like
in real
do's,
life.
don'ts, or like.
Yeah, it's like do swipe
So what
if
do-
you like this,
Yeah,
this,
I'm
and
like,
this.
don't tell me what to
Don't.
do.
If
So
you
what
like
do you
this.
want to see?
Yeah, I like new to Philly, or I do this for a living, or just put your Instagram handle. Honestly, do that so I know
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not
okay
a
with that.
catfish. Yeah, like
Okay.
for me, I have pictures when I'm brunette and blonde, and all I wrote was currently blonde. That's mine. Just so that if I show up and I'm like, oh.
But like, as a dude, you're like, okay, cool. Like.
Yeah, that's it. Just keep it short and sweet. And so Hinge makes you. Where's my phone? I'll pull it up. Hinge makes you make a dating app, like an actual profile without it being horrible.
Okay. So like you answer questions.
Yep, they give you questions that you answer.
Okay.
Which I think that I've helped.
Please don't draw me back into the online dating game.
You gotta try it. So like, okay, one of the questions I said was, I know the best spot in town for, and I wrote any type of food. I'm like the human Yelp. I get
Okay.
likes on that all the time.
Okay.
Because then again, genius. I like to go out to eat.
And we get some food.
Yep. So guys are like, what's the best Chinese in the city? I'm like, Hoi Saga. Take me there.
Let's go. Free day, free meal.
Where to find me at the party? Sitting at the bar watching a game. That's what I wrote because I like to sit and I like sports.
Okay.
And guys like that. Who's your team? That's what I'll get a lot.
Okay.
My dream job, if money didn't matter, a food critic, and then in all caps, I like to eat. So again,
Food.
if you talk to me, you're taking me out to
You're
eat.
giving these clues
I
without
am.
giving clues.
I know. I like to play mind games.
Yeah.
Take
So
me out to eat.
what do you like to do?
So actually,
Eat?
Yeah.
it's like it actually helps for those people who either write too much or don't know what
Exactly,
or what
yeah.
to say at all. Because you gotta have some type of intro. You gotta kind of
Yeah.
like I personally, when I was on dating sites, I didn't like the guys that just had the picture because I was like, all right, well, you cute.
He's
but
like, enough said.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like very like
Yeah.
egotistical. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm always disliking that
Yeah.
person. You gotta say something. Can I know your age? Anything.
Yeah.
But I'm anti online dating right now.
I understand, and I used to be too,
It's
but it's
so-
the
It's like a
way
support
we're
group.
going.
It's
Yeah.
so
Former
much
online daters.
it's so much fuckery going on
There
on
is.
online dating. And actually I was in a relationship with someone from meeting them online. It just didn't work out or whatever. But I don't know what's up with people. It's almost like social media. It's a place for people to hide who they really are. So when
stunting in front.
they're stunting online and you meet them and you're like, nah, like that's not really who you are.
Yeah.
But my question is then where do we go to meet people?
It is very challenging. I mean, I love meeting people out. I like have referrals from your friends, but I really do believe that online dating is just where our generation, like right now, where we're going, because everything is done on your phone and people are getting more lazy. And, why go to the bar when I can just be on my phone swiping? Oh, he looks cute. Okay, cool. I have Monday night plans. Just like that.
It's bizarre though,
Yeah.
because like I feel like with because of social media and with technology, people don't know the how to talk to people, converse.
Yeah.
That's very
So
true.
when you meet them in person and they're just like,
Sitting there.
Yeah.
like
Right.
and you're like, this is boring. Like, so I guess my question would be, in your experience, have you come across where they seem great on paper, and then in real life they're like just dull, or
Yeah.
they're like nervous, or
Yeah, there was a guy I went on a date with. I was super excited. Played lacrosse at Penn, and what the same name, Riley. I'm like, my dream. Two Rileys.
you never forget.
Wait a minute. Your invitation for your wedding
Right.
is already
It's
done.
And so, I was so excited. He seemed really funny and witty. And then when we got there, he just wasn't as attractive as his pictures. And he was like, I don't know if he was nervous, but he was just kind of boring. And
Deflating.
I just pretended I had an early meeting, had one beer, and I'm like, I'm just not interested. But
Wow.
when they asked me on another date, and this is what I wish more girls and guys did, I straight up tell them I am not interested.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
so dope though,
Yeah.
because that's when you get into the whole ghosting thing
Yeah.
and
Right.
people are not honest. But I know this sounds crazy, but the rejection may help them for something else.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
almost like a job interview. Like
It's
you want
closure.
that
I've
feedback.
always said dates are like job interviews,
They
but with more
are.
cleavage. Yes.
Yeah.
They are. They're job
Depending on the
interviews.
job.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be like, I know I've done this, but if someone's not interested anymore, like I'm okay with asking why. Like, what's up? Did I do something that turned you off?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
did I say something, whatever? Because you can use those experiences for the next
I
time.
won't do it next time.
I won't
Yeah.
do it next time. It just didn't work out with us. I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Cool.
Because I think that honesty, that transparency helps us all filter through the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's good karma. I really believe that. If you're going to ghost someone, you're going to get bad karma because someone's going to ghost you. So, and I think that's great what you said, asking for like criticism, but you have to be able to take that criticism.
sure.
I had a guy ask me and I told him and he argued with me. And I'm like,
What do you
I'm
mean?
about
I was just
to
saying.
read you to Phil. Shut up. Like I was being nice. Like it's really because your breath smelled and blah, blah, blah.
You went in.
I know. I'm like, you lied. I mean, what else do you expect?
Right.
Like,
No,
you're-
I had that experience
Yeah.
too recently. It just didn't work out, and
his
and-
breath smelled?
No,
Oh.
no.
Ghosting.
No, I didn't ghost him, and he didn't ghost me. But we had been talking for like almost like 2 weeks back and forth, and the conversation on the phone was really, really good and stuff like that. And we were just like, all right, let's do this next date thing or whatever. And it just wasn't there in person. Like
Yeah.
for some reason, the spark was only through like verbal conversation or texts or whatever like that. When we got around each other, it was almost like we didn't have anything else to talk about.
Yeah.
Because we talked so much like on the phone and kind of like got all of the questions like out of the way.
But I feel like you have an upper hand on that because we do this for a living,
I do. And so I'm
and
a
that's kind of
talker.
how I go in. Even if there's a lull, I'll figure something out. I'll
Yeah.
figure that
And-
awkward.
But also, I've gotten constructive criticism because this is what I do. I normally don't lead and tell guys what I do.
Yeah.
They always say that it sounds like I'm
Interviewing
I'm
them.
interviewing them.
Yeah.
But I am.
It's
but,
what it is. You're getting to know them. It's an interview.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
so why do you say that? Like, why would you? And I'll say, but on the other hand, like,
Yeah.
And they're like, are we vibing?
that-
or
but
are we-
you don't show up with a microphone.
well,
Sit
yeah,
down.
Yeah, with the mic flag. No, but my thing is like, have they never been in a conversation where there's like,
You would be surprised.
you know what I mean?
A lot.
Like you say something like, "Yep, that's correct," and then move on. Like I don't get it.
No, that's what I'm. But you think it's a joke. You would be surprised of how many people, it could be women too, I'm not sure, but I run into a lot of guys that don't know how to hold a conversation, like a dialect back and forth. It's just like, I mean, maybe it's the social media thing.
You gotta
maybe
start
it's
dating guys in sales. They can talk. You got a sales guy. I know they sound boring.
guys are assholes.
They're charming though. They make money.
They make
They know
money.
how,
They
they know
make
how
money.
to make their,
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I have more questions, of course. Like, do you have a list? The things that you have to check off before you.
Yes. Everyone should.
Everyone should. And, you know, is there a such thing as your expectations being too high? Things of that nature. I'm sure Jay has some questions as well.
I always got questions.
I know you got questions.
This
This is what we do, right? All right, everybody. We will be right back. We got Riliegh from Revel in Motion here. Make sure you guys are checking out her website. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here. Water Ice Radio. We'll be right back. We are back, everybody. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here. Water Ice Radio. This is like the show that I've dreamed of all of my life, especially the stuff we're talking behind the scenes, of course.
Right.
We have Riliegh here. She has a relationship blog called Revel in Motion, and she's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
No filters needed.
No filters needed, right?
Yeah, maybe a little.
Nah.
For what? For who? It's 2019.
Exactly.
Let it rock.
So when we left off, we were talking about expectations
Yes.
and list. And I think sometimes that women, I'll just speak for myself, get a bad rep for having a list per se of requirements or things that they expect in the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever. So I'm going to ask you, do you have like set requirements?
And what's on it?
So first I would say
I wasn't going to go there, but
yeah, no, we can talk about it. First I would say like your lists should be your standards.
Yeah.
How you want to be treated, but then also, you know, you can't fake attraction. So for me,
Right.
I'm 5'8". I wear heels. I'm a bigger girl. Grew up playing soccer. Like, I have some meat on me. I like a taller guy that makes me feel little and like a doll.
I got you.
I'm not like some of my friends that are a size 0 and 5 foot.
So you got to be this tall to
Who are
ride
they?
this ride.
Yeah, ideally. There's been some guys that are 5'9", 5'10". Like my first boyfriend ever was 5'9". That was fine. It's just for me, like I love a monster. Like a huge monster. My last boyfriend was 6'6".
Wow.
So like I just like, that's just on my list. But that is a negotiable. There are non-negotiables. You have to have a job. Like you have to be employed. I am not.
Talk to me, girl.
Yeah, I am not
God.
posting bums. Like you need to have a job. I need someone that's driven because, like we talked about, I'm a Capricorn. I like to get shit done, and I like someone that likes their job. And like, there's a guy I was seeing that would just complain about work. I'm like, get another job.
Right.
Like you're only 28. So
So
get
when you
another
say job, you mean
Yeah.
like payroll, or are you dating entrepreneurs too?
I mean, I like that. I like anyone that has a hustle. Like I have a full-time job and I have 2 side hustles because I love money and I'm bougie and I like to get my lashes done and that's just it. But also I want to,
You have a
support
lifestyle
myself.
to
Yeah, and I
Right.
support myself, and I just want a partner that is on the same level as me or higher. You cannot be below that level, and it's not like I'm rolling in the cash, so it's not that hard. And
I love it.
yeah, and I'd also just say someone that has a good sense of humor. That's a big thing. I'm inappropriate. My family's inappropriate. We like to laugh. My friends, gotta get along with my friends, like that Spice Girls song.
Yeah.
It's really true because guys, like, don't you want a girl to get along with your friends? Is
sure.
that not so important?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and like someone you can lead.
And like, I mean, I have like my friends are very easy to get along
Yeah.
with. So if they can, then that's like a huge.
And it's super
Exactly.
awkward if they don't.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's no,
Because
like,
then your
I
friends
know
are like,
it's not my
word?
friends,
That's what
it's
you're dating?
you.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So really, that's it. Good sense of humor, tall, that's negotiable, has a job, non-negotiable, and gets along with my friends.
That's cool. What about family? Getting along with your family?
I would never introduce someone to my family if I knew they wouldn't get along with them.
Okay.
So that is
You'll
a
know
very,
from the rip.
Yep, right from the rip.
Okay.
Like I was dating a guy who, this might sound a little bad. I hope no one gets offended, but I was dating a guy who didn't drink, which is fine. He had some like personal things going on. My family were drinkers. We like to go to the brewery. We like to have wine. My family, like Christmas party is like,
Oh yeah, it's lit.
what scotch are we drinking?
Yeah.
Like it's
Right.
just, that's important for me and my family. And I knew if I brought home someone that didn't drink, they'd be like,
He's just like, fuck.
they'd be like, let's get the seltzer. So I like, that's so bad to say. I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's cool. I get it.
Yeah, but my family are like my friends.
I
They
dated-
get along with anyone.
I dated someone who wasn't family orientated. Like his
Yeah.
family didn't do things like together. And if y'all know me, me and my family, we do
Yeah.
literally everything together. Like we have random game nights.
Yeah.
Like, oh, y'all want to come over and play Uno? All right. Like he couldn't get down with the fact like every weekend someone in my family was having something, and I would be like, babe, we're going to my cousin Jasmine's house. She having a barbecue this weekend. Like he was like, it's somebody's birthday. No, she's just cooking out on the grill. Like and everyone's coming over. Like he couldn't process that. Like,
did he like going with you or no?
No, because he didn't. Because he couldn't. We were so family orientated. Like when we're there, it may be a conversation that we just had at another family event, but we're talking about it again. We're laughing. We're singing show tunes. And just fun stuff, like family stuff. And I got cousins that is going to grind you up. Like, boy, who are you? Like, oh, you corny. Like, you won't last long. Like, just jokes and stuff like that. And he just didn't get it. He didn't just get the family like dynamic. But then I remember like going to something with his family, and everyone was super disconnected. Like it was a contract that they had to be there. Like, oh, this is Thanksgiving, so we have to be together, kind of thing. It was like weird. So then I was just like, that's not gonna work out. Not my family.
It's important.
It's a big thing. It's a huge thing for me. It's a couple people that I know they're not going to pass the test. Like I'm like, my sister will hate you, so this will never work.
Right. Who's the hardest to impress in your family?
My sister.
Yeah, Fee.
My sister is hardcore, and I remember crazy story. She was pregnant with Channing. I'll never forget this.
I think you told me this.
I thought I was in love with this guy. This was like it, right? He had like a college degree. He had this really good job. He was like dapper, like everything. And I was just
love dapper.
Right? And I was just like, this is it. So I was so hyped for him to meet my sister because I felt like finally I wasn't bringing some hood rat home. Because for a long time, that's what for a long time, that was my twist. I was bringing home, anything.
Light-skinned bulls.
Cornrows. He occupied someone's corner. Not like, this guy had an actual job. And he walked in the door, and I was just like, hey, this is my sister, blah, 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 blah. And she asked him like 3 questions, and she looked at me literally dead across the table and she was like, this is not it.
In front of him?
In front of him.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what? She was like, he's not it.
Devastated.
She was like, this would never work. She was like, he's an asshole. He's a narcissist. She was like,
she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer.
I love her.
She's a lawyer. And she was just like you could see her skin crawling. She was just like, ugh.
Did you just break up with him?
No. So, no, I didn't.
No, she didn't.
So I was like, oh my God, why would you embarrass me like this? I'm like crying. Like it was horrible. And he's sitting there like, what's happening right now? Like, is this really happening? And she was like, yes, you can leave. Like, she was like, you're not the one. And he left.
What are you gonna stay there?
He left. And
he passed the butter.
I literally cried for like hours, and she was like, I know, baby. I know you really love him. You think you love him. She was like, but trust me, in a couple months, you're gonna thank me. And
she was right.
Your family knows you best. I mean, that's just how it is. Yeah.
He got married. So she was right.
Yeah.
She was right. But I think those people around you that like know you the best are normally the best critics.
Your support system.
Because they have their own list for you.
They do.
Absolutely.
They definitely do. Friends can be hardcore too.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say my Yvette. You know Yvette.
Yeah.
Like more than anybody.
Also a lawyer.
She is definitely my lawyer if I ever need any help. But she's the one.
You guys are sad if anything goes down.
I'm Gucci. So but for her, she's very because we've been best friends since 6th grade. So she knows like me, and she knows what she wants to see with me. So anything less than that, she's like, nope. Or like, I don't know, or whatever. And she's always right. So I'm just like, all right, why am I going to mess up this process? It's been working out great.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Yeah.
So your most recent article are about different types of relationships.
Yes.
Which is dope.
I love that.
It's really dope. I've scanned over it. I'm going to read it in depth later.
Is it like those, are you the couple that sits together?
Those are the wees.
So she has on here the wees, the overkillers, the shit shows. And then she has the perfect match. So my first question to you is, have you been one of all of these?
I think I've been everything except the overkillers.
Okay.
Like, I just am not the person who needs to like put my whole life on social media. And that's what the overkillers are. Like, they get validation from, oh my God, babe gave me a breakfast sandwich
Right.
in bed. #love, #relationship.
Hashtag
like
goals.
none
Like-
of you care.
Like-
Like I don't care that you don't care. So
Right.
there's just those people that you see on social media. They're just the
Constantly,
overkillers. Yeah.
So you've been the perfect match, but not.
Yeah, I think my ex-boyfriend and I, like, we broke up very amicably. I can't say amicably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on TV.
Reporter.
Amicably. And
Amicably.
it was just because of distance. He has a new girlfriend now. She's not nearly as cute as me, but it's fine. Happy for
Can I
you,
be the judge
Ryan.
of that? Can I see the picture?
Yeah, you're welcome for making him good in bed.
Yo.
That's
Meanwhile,
true.
she was the one that didn't want to go there.
He was a train wreck. He was new. Okay. Anyway, so we were like, everyone viewed us as, that's the relationship we want. And then, we both just we were younger. Like, I think we broke up when I was 24. So like 3 or 4.
Yeah, what do you know?
Yeah. So it's just, I was just starting really like my career and my life. And
Okay.
he was still at school because he had another year of football. So it just didn't work out. But while we were together, it really was like the
Yeah,
best
great.
relationship I've had. The shit shows was my second boyfriend, who I hate so much. This asshole.
Still to this day.
Still. And I've seen him since whenever I go to Atlanta, like
Do you
he's
get,
always there.
PTSD, like-
Well, it's just, oh my God, this guy cheated on me with my teammate's sister without a condom and then spent Thanksgiving with my family and lied about it until he bought
Whoa.
I know. Reggie, I hate you. But I am still so thankful for that relationship because I've never let a man ever disrespect me again. Ever. So that's...
How'd you find out?
He finally told me once I always knew something was up. I just had that feeling.
Okay.
And then he bought a flight to come see me. And I'm like, Reggie, like if you tell me, I won't be mad. Just
Oh
be
my
honest.
God. You
And
did
he
not
told
pull that
me,
line.
And I know. So
And
genius.
it worked?
And
I'd
he's
be like,
stupid. He's like one of the dumbest people I've
Okay,
ever met.
well.
And he's like,
Yeah,
well,
babe.
I hooked up with blank before I came to see you with your family. I'm like,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Real talk.
He's drawling.
Every time I saw him, I would be at his throat.
yeah. No, the first time I saw him since was like a year and a half later. Verbally assaulted him in front of his friends in Atlanta. Threw a drink in his face. Then the next time I saw him, which wasn't too long ago, it was Super Bowl. Yeah, in Atlanta, I went down and I saw him and he was scared to talk to me.
Absolutely.
He looked at me like this. I'm like, Reggie, it's fine. I'm like, just tell your family like I hope they're doing well because I always loved his
No, real
parents.
talk.
Yeah.
Every time, I will haunt his dreams.
Yeah. No, I just knew like, oh, and you want another thing. He also bought me a ticket to go on a cruise with his family that was non-refundable. And he was like, you have to go. I'm like, fine, I'll go, but I'm not sleeping in the same bed as you.
Word.
And I go, the only
Oh,
way
this was
I'll go
after your breakup?
after I found out. Yeah.
Oh, but he had already bought the ticket.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I said, I will go.
I'm going on
You
that
have
cruise.
to tell your mom that you cheated on me. I go, you have to. Like, I want her to know because I loved his mom and she would have known if I wasn't like...
Something was
Right.
up.
Yeah, and so she like pulled me aside on the cruise and was like, I'm so sorry my son put you through this. Like, I really think that you're making him a better person. And in my mind, I was so mentally checked out. I'm like
Like, we're the boys.
I know. I'm like, you want to go to like the beach bar? Like, I'm not into your son anymore. And I was dating someone else at the
Yeah.
time too. It was
You
actually...
still went? I wouldn't have went.
I would've went.
It was a free cruise.
Yeah, it's a free cruise.
I love a free cruise. I love
Especially
a
if
free
you go with the
anything.
parents.
Yeah, I like the parents. And
guess.
I'm taking
know.
that, John.
and also, I
And
gotta
you go hook up with
torture
somebody
him.
else.
I will push
The
that
guy I
motherfucker
was
over
talking
to.
to at the time played for the Steelers, so I'm like, let's go watch the Steelers game, like on the cruise. I'm like, you see that player? I'm like, that's it. I just gotta torture him
on
the whole
Minnesota
thing.
Vikings.
Yeah.
That's what it just
Yeah.
reminded me of.
Yeah, so I just tortured him the whole time, and it felt like
All right.
revenge.
I'll let you go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you talk a lot about your parents.
Yes, I love them.
Um,
Don't listen to this.
You said that they are the perfect match. So talk
are.
a little bit about that.
So my parents, my dad played professional hockey. My mom and him met at boarding school when they were 16, and it was because my dad was there for a scholarship. My mom was sent there because she was a bad kid. She would like throw
It was like a
parties.
movie.
She'd like throw parties and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. My grandparents were a little crazy about it. So they were dating each other's best friends, and they were best friends. And they both broke up, and then they got together. My mom went to the University of Arizona. My dad went to the University of Maine.
Oh,
Back then,
wow.
we didn't have FaceTime or
Yeah.
Skype. They wrote letters. They would talk
Yeah.
on the phone, and they just
That's
That's
a
a
big
distance.
distance.
yeah, and they just really loved each other. My mom was like the hockey wife, traveled all over the country for my dad when he got traded. She was 8 months pregnant with me, got traded from the San Jose Sharks to at the time the Connecticut Oilers. She had to hop on a flight and move her whole life at 8 months pregnant. So like my mom has sacrificed for my dad and his career, and my dad treats her just like an absolute, like I could honestly get emotional talking about it, but like he treats her like the queen she is. She's a psycho sometimes, and she'll admit that.
Sweet but a psycho.
Yes, exactly.
Psycho.
But they just complement each other so well. And I write the perfect match is the couple you see that where one is weak, the other's really strong. And they just, the way my parents tell me that when I find someone that I want to be with for the rest of my life, it's constant work. And you do things to make the other person's life easier. And that's what I want. And that's why I'm single, because I don't see that.
Shout out to all the people that are in relationships or marriages that keep it 100.
Yes.
Like that this shit is work.
Yeah.
Like I know like we were just talking about this. Like my sister never BS's with me about like marriage. She was like, you always say, oh, I want to be married, I want a companion, all the other stuff like that. She was like, but understand this is another job.
This is another job.
She was like,
that's 24/7.
And they've been together for a really long time, and she was like, this is work. Like every day I have to work at being a better wife, and hope my husband wants to be a better husband. And then you throw 3 kids in the mix,
and finances and like
finances and
That's big.
That's huge. And she was like, so people who get married for the day have no real life consciousness on how hard it is to really be in a relationship. It's not just because you love them, and loving them is the easy part. It's all the other stuff that comes along with it. But some people don't want to be transparent and real about that. So I shout out all the people who show the downs of that
and
as well.
I write that exactly what you said. I said in my recent post about the different types of relationships, if you ask the perfect couple where they struggle, they will tell you, because they're okay with not seeming perfect. Like you view them as perfect, but they're really imperfect, but somehow it works. And I think that is what everyone should strive to be, is just to find someone that fully compliments you and just makes you a better person. Like my parents make me a better person. And my last boyfriend, I think I made him more of a better person just because he was a little of a shit show until I came along and organized his life and taught him all these things. But I want someone that makes me a better person.
So it was the overkill. It was
the wheeze. You missed the wheeze.
Oh, the wheeze. Okay, you brought it up.
Right.
It's the couple. It's the couple that
we went to
oh my god,
camping.
we love yoga right now. I'm like, Stacey, you've never worked out until you met Justin, or one of my friends from high school. She did this. We do a Secret Santa every year. Just us girls. We've been doing it since we were, I think, in 9th or 10th grade. She brings her boyfriend this year. I'm like, what? I got sex toys for my friend. Like, you want him to see this?
Yeah.
Like, why are you here? And like, this is a 30-minute thing, just us girls. Like, you can't be apart from him.
That is annoying. The wheeze are definitely annoying.
Those are probably the more. Oh man, I gotta go obviously between them and the overkill, but I feel like the wheeze probably irked me the most.
It's because and I get it, and I write this, that everything's great right now because they still have so much they have to find out about each other.
Right.
The sex is probably great. Right. They just love being around each other. And I've been a wee before. In the start of relationships, you're like, what friends? What family? Like what responsibilities? It's just me and so and so. And
I know a wee couple, and then when I tell you that they irk the shit out of me, like I'm not even all that. What you talking about? Nah, like they get on my nerves. Like I feel like they may take a shit together. Like it's
hey, do you need help?
No,
push.
Real talk. It's like, y'all gotta chill. Like it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Like,
how long have they been dating?
They're married.
See, I write that normally it fades away.
No,
but wow, yeah. So my parents like spending time. Like my dad's away for work right now. My mom's like, oh yes, I have the bed all to myself.
Right.
She loves my dad.
I respect that.
But she loves it. Oh good, he's not gonna leave his underwear everywhere. Like,
right.
Nice.
My mom will listen to this, but it's the funniest thing ever. My dad was sick a couple of weeks ago. So when she was here, my mom was here nursing him and all stuff like that. It was like, oh, my baby's sick or whatever. And then my mom left because my mom is the ultimate grandmom. Yeah. So my mom, when he was feeling a bit better, she was like, all right, I'm going to go see the grandkids. My sister lives in Ohio. So she took a flight, went to go see the grandkids for a week. Literally, you would have never known that my dad was sick. Every day that I called him, like, to check up on him, she's like, check up on your dad. Is she okay? He's like, yeah, I'm out. I'm at, one day he was like, I'm at Lucky Strikes. And then one day it was like, oh, yeah. You at the studio?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you at the studio, I'm going to stop by. I'm like, why are you downtown? Oh, I just went to Century 21 real quick. I was like, wait a minute. Last week, we didn't even know if you were going to be here, dog.
Right.
Like, this week, you okay?
Yeah.
Just because my mom was like gone and out of town. As soon as she got back home, he all in the house.
Missed you.
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, y'all are such fakers. Like y'all get on my nerves, but they're cute as shit.
That's
but
right.
y'all get on my nerves. But yes, they need that
Yeah.
time. I like couples who are like, I can go out to dinner with my girlfriends and it'd be fine. You don't have to call on me every 5 seconds. Quick story.
I hate that.
Oh, one of my girlfriends was dating someone. They were like super new, right? And we're on girls' night, and this motherfucker shows up.
were you not so annoyed? I'm like, what are you doing here? You don't have a vagina.
Why did he show
Go.
up though?
Cause he did turn out to be a clown. They're not dating anymore.
Okay.
But I knew from that moment, cause we were just left the restaurant and we're walking down the street, right? And this car randomly pulls us. So I thought it was this guy that was like trying to holler at her, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cute.
You got it.
Yeah, girl, look. And the conversation, I was like, wait, do you know him? And she was like, yes, this is such and such. I was like, did you pull up on us? He was like, well, I would just know you were not in the neighborhood. She told you where you were going out to dinner with your girl, her girls.
That's corny.
He pulled up, right? So then he acted like, all right, well, I'm gonna just go out and probably meeting up with some of my friends at this particular bar.
What
and
friends?
And we were like, all right, cool, we're going somewhere else. 20 minutes later, here he come in the spot. I'm like, you're joking, right?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all don't want no drinks? I'm gonna buy y'all some drinks. No, I don't want your drink.
Yeah.
No.
No.
But I will like a Hennessy.
You're like, I guess if you're buying.
I guess.
Can you
but-
buy and leave,
But as a
please?
dude, I'd be like, yes, go.
Yeah.
Like, go on your girl's
Yeah,
night.
don't
I'm
you
out.
guys? Don't you guys want?
Yes, I love being by myself. I'm
Yeah.
chilling. That's why I watch TV.
It's so annoying. I was, but that's
some
how I was
tacos.
from the day
He
one.
probably did not trust her because, like, I know the only time I've ever had an issue with boys' night out is with that second boyfriend that cheated on me.
He definitely
'Cause I
did.
didn't trust
I
him.
don't necessarily
Yeah.
know if he didn't trust her,
Yeah.
but I think he was trying to like. He thought it was a way of impressing her, and I just thought it was.
Now he sounds even more.
I was like,
corny.
he was whack, and I was just like, oh, he's going to end up being a clown. I was like, no guy after y'all just started talking pulls up, and
Yeah.
it's just like on a girl's night after she told you.
Right, it was a girl.
It was
Yeah.
girls' night. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, now if he was like slide through after you had a couple drinks, then
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
you know what I'm
yeah.
trying to say? I get it,
Yeah.
It's timing.
pull up.
It's timing.
ugh,
Yeah.
I just can't. All right. Make sure you guys go and read this article on Revel in Motion with my
Yes.
girl Riley. It's really good. We didn't go completely in depth, but
No, we didn't.
it's a good one. Figure out who you are and pinpoint your friends too.
Yes.
But when we come back, favorite part of the show, we're going to play a game. This is a new game to the Lauren Reed Live show.
Shoot your
Ooh.
shot.
This is called Shoot Your Shot. We'll explain it when we get back, everybody. It's your girl Lauren Reed right here with Ice Radio.
I feel like this game is made for Riley.
I'm so
It
excited.
is.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Hey, y'all. We are back. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here with Ice Radio, Lauren Reed Live Show. We should have a behind-the-scenes show.
Yeah.
It's better
Behind the curtain, like
It's
Liz
so
Vaz.
appropriate.
It's so appropriate, right?
Church talk.
Yeah.
It's game time, everybody, and this is a new game to Lauren Reed Live. It is called Shoot Your Shot.
Kobe.
Yep. So basically what happens, we have a nice little bowl here
Yep.
and with a bunch of different questions. And you have the opportunity to either answer the question, but if you would like to plead the fifth, you have to take a shot.
Yep.
So
Love
you have
it.
to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
We'll all go
There's some
around
softball
twice.
questions, but there's some hard hitter. There's
So
some hard
I will
hitters.
say this week, some of these questions do have some of the sexual nature to them.
Did you make them up? All the questions?
Yeah,
Okay,
I get
cool.
some help from the internet too.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Cool.
mean?
I'm excited.
But you know, if you have to drink, you know, we'll
Yeah.
do it.
Again, I'm gonna be
I went out
in
last-
great form for this date later.
I went out last night, so I don't really
Yeah.
want to. I don't really want to drink, but it is some crazy joints in
I'll
here.
see how I feel.
Guess first.
Okay. Whew. This blue one looks special.
Okay.
It matches.
I know. Okay.
Tell me if you
Jordans or LeBrons?
Oh,
Jordans.
boo.
Yeah.
She said, "Hey, you got a good one."
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So
all right.
inappropriate.
All
Sorry,
right.
James.
Go ahead. No, you go.
All right, fine. I'll go in.
Be inappropriate.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. All right, go again.
Who was the worst lover you've ever had? Just kidding.
Have you ever been in love? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you like to say who?
Yeah, who was that?
No, because they're in married. They're married.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
That was a
appreciate
long
that.
time ago.
Do you
So-
miss her?
Yes.
Do you think she was the one that got away? Look at us. We're
No,
like,
I sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know if
okay.
that makes sense.
Were you just at a different stage in life?
Yeah.
How long ago was it?
It was years ago. We used to work on a cruise ship.
Oh, okay. That was a
That
while
was my
ago.
cruise ship days.
Okay.
I used to work on
Cruise
cruise
ship.
ship.
Yeah.
Damn, nobody's
Talking about
drinking.
stories.
Yeah. Cabin fever. Everyone was looking good.
Oh my god. But everybody did look good. I worked in the entertainment department, so like dancers,
yeah.
singers, so and fit.
Was it hard to be like in a relationship while you were doing that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. It was ship life is different from real life, but in that ship life, it was like that was cool.
Do you watch that show Below Deck?
I've heard of. I never really
It's
watched
so
it.
whack.
It's
Oh,
whack.
really? I like anything on Bravo.
You
So
did.
this show reminds me of like what is that Andy Cohen always plays? Plead the Fifth.
Plead the
Fifth.
Fifth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, my turn. I'm gonna go pink since you guys went. This one. All right. Date or night date? Basically, would I rather go out during the day or night? I like day dating actually. I think it's especially if it's nice outside.
Yeah.
You're able to like go somewhere. I think like the vibe is
And
different.
if it's good, it'll turn into a night date.
Yeah.
It can. I think like the vibe is different because for some reason night like dinner sometimes seems so serious.
Yeah.
And I just think
It's more intimidating.
Yeah, it
And
definitely
again,
is.
if it goes well, like one of the best hits I've ever been on was like a 7-hour date.
Right.
We did so many different things.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It can
you
lead-
didn't realize the day was going on.
Yeah,
You're
I'm like, oh my
shit.
god, it's 9:00 at night. We started going out at what 2?
Yeah,
like,
right.
It's
yeah,
just fun. I agree. Because sometimes night dates, you're like, okay, it's 11.
Okay,
bye.
bye.
Yeah.
All right, we might able to get 3 in on this one.
I'm down. Let's do it.
All right.
We're knocking these out.
Who is your celebrity crush? There's so many.
Name them.
Leonardo DiCaprio. He's the first person I ever felt anything for in Titanic.
Was it Titanic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. Wow, I have slid into his DMs so many times. Also, Meek Mill's DMs never answered me.
What did you say to Meek?
I said,
Hey, boo.
I was like,
You're out of
hey,
prison?
I see you're in Philly. Like again, I don't have game on that.
Yo.
So you're out of prison, right?
Also, Bryce Harper. I mean, he's married.
What did you
Were
say?
you the girl who was in
No.
it? Oh,
No, but you
Yeah,
saw that?
I saw that. How dumb is she?
Yo.
No. I'm not attracted to married men that way, but he's a very handsome man. And I met him once, and he was unbelievably nice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dope.
So he's
That's
just
cool.
nice to look at.
Yo, you didn't slipped in some.
I've slid into so many.
I
Even like
appreciate
Ariana
that.
Grande. One time when I was hammered, like,
Yeah.
you're coming to Philly and I can't make the concert, but just want to let you know I think you're so talented. Like, who does that?
Right.
She never read it.
Yeah,
It's
she's
fine.
like, okay, psycho lady.
I know. I love Ariana Grande.
Ooh, one thing that you can't live without. I mean, is that like physical or is it more of a...
Can be whatever. Let's make it physical.
Huh?
Physical.
I can't live without sex.
I was gonna say porn. That's what I thought you were gonna say, not me.
Not
Oh my
you.
God, not me.
Sex, food.
Yeah, food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those two, like, it could go 1 and 2.
I think you need the food to survive.
So because you just brought that up, there are more people that I know right now. I'm not going to put them out there that are like practicing like abstinence again.
Yeah,
And
born again virgins.
Born again virgins, and one of them gave me their number. Like,
What's
how
that going to
long?
accomplish?
I
I'm being
think-
real.
So
Like,
I'm
what is
being,
that gonna-
so I'm being honest. I think for a woman,
Because all those bodies that you just had just
No,
don't count.
I
all
don't
of
They
a sudden?
don't count anymore.
Yeah, all right.
No. It's not that they don't count on some serious shit. Like, I think that men and women look at the sexual interaction very differently, and we take something away from it differently. So I believe that sometimes sex changes shit, and
I agree.
it's more of a soul cleansing type of thing. Like, I think sex when a woman starts to, well, I'll speak for myself. When I have sex with you, and it's, especially if it's good, it clouds a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you want to see things clearly, and so going into something with someone is not judged based on your sexual interaction. Y'all don't look at shit like that.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, do you have to be out here slaying everything?
Yeah.
To the
I interviewed one of my good guy friends who used to play professional football on my website, and I asked him all the questions, and he's like, if I hook up with a girl right away, I'm only going to view her for that reason.
and I mean, in
Yeah.
some women,
He's like, I know her. Literally.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Inside and out.
Yeah, seriously. So I totally agree. I don't think that,
I'm not saying you
abstaining from it forever, like until marriage.
yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that I'm an advocate for that, but I am an advocate for you knowing your vices and things that make your judgment cloudy and getting away from that.
I get
so
that.
if sex
Alright,
is
if
one
you
of
put it
those
in that,
things,
I get it. Okay.
So if sex is one of those things, then maybe you should stay away from it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I'm not gonna like. I could. It's funny I say it, but like, because I enjoy it, but it's not
Right.
like, oh, I need to have it like 24/7. I'm not
Right.
addicted to it. It's like,
I get it.
all right,
Yeah.
you know.
Life would be real interesting.
Yeah, it's like what?
Everybody has a drought every now and then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Streaks.
You,
I go through hot streaks. You know what I mean?
And sometimes
July
you-
was lit. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Sometimes you
September
like,
was slow.
yeah.
you like, damn, is my phone even?
Yeah, is it on? Is it something on my service?
Right,
The
exactly.
bars?
About to go to AT&T. Something wrong with my
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, no,
Clearly
it's
no
working.
one
Sir,
likes
it's
you.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just,
Do I
yeah.
still got it? It's
Yeah.
just like, what's going on? All right, I'm going blue this time. Oop, I dropped one. Ugh.
That one was picked.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
What is it?
Do you prefer to give or receive?
Oh, now we're talking. Now
Wow.
we're talking.
We're on this trend, okay.
Ooh.
Let's hear it.
Today,
Everyone's listening.
I'm getting fucked up today
Yeah,
on the
you
questions. This is not a good day for
Yo,
me.
Ears
this
are
is a
perked
This is
up.
a great day.
This shot is looking yummy right about now.
Oh my god. This is kind of interesting because like Lauren's like my sister.
Like you're not you're not sure if you want to know the answer to this question.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna take the shot. I'm
Y'all
gonna,
think of talking about it.
I'm gonna take the shot for multiple reasons. My little brother also works for the show.
Yeah.
Like,
Close your ears.
my mom really listens every week. I'm just gonna take the shot.
Yeah. Because we know the
Yeah.
answer. We all know the answer. She's taking the
Yeah.
shot.
Appreciate when guys. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
So say appreciate when people are givers.
Right.
I think
Amen.
every person should
Amen.
Charity starts at home.
It starts
There
at
we go.
home.
Yeah.
Starts in.
Wait, but would you date someone who doesn't give?
No.
Cannot.
Never. No.
That's just being greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just being. Yeah.
Only one person can be selfish, and that's me.
It's not room for two selfish people.
All right, last round.
Oops,
Last
sorry.
round. Spicy. Spicy.
I already see one of the words in this.
Spicy. Yes.
Most embarrassing sex moment.
Yes. I'm glad I didn't have to answer that.
Round 3.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's
I
not
know.
that bad.
I gotta think.
I
know. I mean,
Answer this. Are you gonna answer it?
I can't just. I gotta think about it.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. To think if it's like a.
It's okay. The shot is not that bad.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, how about I'll take the shot and I'll pick another one.
Okay.
Okay, is that fair?
I'm down with that.
That's a
Okay,
good compromise.
cool. Watch one.
You're
But,
such a
watch
self-
it be.
Yeah.
Watch it be worse.
Yeah, I know, I'm such a salesperson. Have you ever had a threesome?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
There you go. There you go.
And take a shot.
And take a shot.
Have you ever been close? Have you ever been close?
No. Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't in town, so.
Or Meek Mill?
Or Meek Mill. Hey, Meek, if you're listening. Just me, though. Just me. I don't share.
Got that I was
It's
finished?
the funniest shit that you slid is a big DM to me.
Hey, you're in Philly,
There's been
right?
so many horror celebrities I can't remember.
Dream Chasers.
Oh, Drake, countless times.
Really?
When
Go like this.
that's sweat from the question.
This is a staple game.
Yeah.
I love it. When I think it was when Days in the East came out.
Okay.
I was just like, I think it was right when I broke up with my
You're like, I
ex-boyfriend,
love you.
and I was like, I just wanted to let you know.
He gets me.
Like, you really, helped me understand. Actually, I want to try to find the last one I sent
you
him.
should totally just do an article on the
On the DMs
Yeah,
I
your
sent.
DMs. That's its own
well,
book.
also, yeah, we could talk about that. Well, I'm coming back, just so you guys know.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But,
This will be like a quarterly
Oh,
show.
wow.
oh, wait, you're going to die. This is the last DM I sent Drake. First of all, I just want you guys to see it. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. Okay.
Come off crazy at
But
all.
they're long.
Right.
Like long messages.
You don't come off crazy at all.
Hi, my roommate works for the Sixers. And she said you're coming to the game on Sunday. Come Saturday and I'll show you Philly. Wink face.
Oh my God.
Yo,
Oh yeah, he's on board.
Yo, you wildin'. You trying to get chosen.
Drake,
Yo.
it's God's plan. You need to take me out.
Pop champagne poppy.
Yeah, I know. And then I think Michael B. Jordan he was here filming one of the Creed movies, and I'm like, hey, hi. He met up with some girl at Temple that sent his DMs.
Yeah.
That's why I think I saw that. It inspired me.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good shit.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
All right, Jay.
This better be a good one.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Is it a good one?
This is a good one.
You want to take a shot?
Speaking of porn, last time you watched porn?
10 minutes ago.
Twice before I came. Right? Yesterday probably.
Yeah. What was it?
Pornhub.
No.
The category.
What genre?
What was the video?
You know what I do? I go
You're
on
deflecting from the.
No. This is what it was. I go on the homepage and whatever I see, and I just.
That's a dangerous game.
Yeah.
That
so
is dangerous.
If I yeah.
So it's like Family Guy. Like.
No, what? What's on your homepage? It goes on stuff that's recommended to you.
I don't do that.
Recommended for you.
It's recommended
I don't
for you.
even know what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
I'm like, Family
I'm
Guy.
still thinking about DMing Drake after this. Hey, just so you know, I was just on this podcast. You should really listen to it.
God.
Do that. Actually do that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Wait.
I want to do one more round. This was so
Let's do
fun.
it.
Yeah,
We-
can we,
we
do
got-
one more?
We could do a bonus
Yeah.
round. Why not?
Craziest online dating experience.
Ooh.
I'll answer this question.
Okay.
So it was, I think it may have been Tinder. And this guy seemed really nice. But this is before, I didn't know until late in the game that Tinder was a hookup site. Like late in the game.
Grinder, Tinder.
I know.
That's what it was
I was
made
like,
for. And
late.
everybody
with an
started
R.
getting in relationships and started ruining the game.
I was
but
just
whatever.
like, whatever. But this guy, we met up and we actually like took me out to dinner or whatever. And he was like really cool. He seemed to be really cool until like we got to the restaurant. He was just like, oh, hey, how you doing? And he embraced me. But his embrace was like creepy. Like he was like filling me up and down. Like, it was like really, really.
Oh my gosh.
It was like really bad. I was like, oh, this is going really bad. Like
Already.
really quickly.
Yeah.
But I got through dinner. It was cool.
paid
Bitch
for
gotta
it.
eat.
He paid for it, right? Got through dinner.
Yep.
And we left, went our separate ways. And he was like, why didn't you call me when you got home? And I was just like,
Sorry, Dad.
I was like, it's all good or whatever. And it's like, not a big deal. I was like,
That's how he sounded?
yeah, he was like he was super like creepy. I don't want to call him a pedophile because he's probably not a pedophile, but he ended up being like a creep. Like he was like, what are you doing and what are you wearing and blah blah blah. Like I don't like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't sexy at all. It was like
I'm over here like,
yeah,
ugh.
exactly. It was like it was like cringing.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like and he would be there. Like that's what I
It's
thought.
like, what are you wearing? Because I'm outside.
Exactly. Like
It's like,
he
I
was
like what
just
you have on right now. What?
Yeah.
yeah, like he was just like, and he was like really like aggressive, like really
Ugh.
quickly, and
Yeah.
it was just like
Yikes.
disgusting. And
No.
I was just like,
I'm
I
sorry,
should have
sucks.
stopped at that point, but I didn't. But I was like, maybe there's someone else out there.
Yeah.
I've also had someone that had a foot fetish.
I feel like there's a lot of those people.
That's
I feel
a
like
lot
that's
of
only
weird
okay
ass.
if you can make some money off of it.
Yeah, like he
Start your own business.
Yeah.
like we never went out or anything. This was like just through like the app and talking. Like he revealed that he had like a foot fetish and wanted to see like pictures of my feet and stuff like that, and was willing to like
Pay.
send me money
Yeah.
to like go get my feet done and then send me pictures of it. It was like weird.
That could have been your side hustle.
Yeah.
So I now
You're like,
now
Yeah. You're like sending photos. You're like $5 and I'll send the other foot.
right
Yeah.
exactly. I'm
You want to
all
see my toes wiggle?
I'm all
Like,
about the bag.
Yeah.
What you want me to do with these toes? Right?
At least,
Wanna wear a
I
hat?
have to say, at least he was upfront about it, and you
He
didn't
did
find
reveal
out.
it. He
I
revealed
do
it
respect
quickly.
that.
He
Yeah.
revealed it really quickly,
Yeah.
like what the deal
share
was.
your creepiness.
All right, let's
Bonus round.
bonus
Yeah,
round.
bonus round. This is a cute one. The happiest time in your life. Oh.
Boo. That one.
Do you want me to do an inappropriate one?
No, you can answer it, you
Answer
can
it.
answer it.
Okay,
I'm just-
so
I'm
I
just
will
fucking
say that, like, honestly, I was thinking about this the other day. Right now in my life, I'm so happy.
Good.
Like, everything's going really
Dope.
great. My family's, everyone's healthy and happy. And
Good.
I feel like most I don't know. I just feel really good. So,
I want to come over to your house on an occasion.
Yeah, I want like a holiday.
Yeah. It's just I feel extremely.
I feel like I chop it up with your dad. I bet he has stories.
No, he's the easy one. It's my mom. We were talking earlier, like your sister. My mom. She's like, he didn't open the door and hold the door open.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
He didn't offer to help clean up. Like that is her base. She's like, he thinks it's a hotel. She thinks I'm his maid.
That sounds like some shit some mom would say, right?
Yeah. It's funny because I say that too. Whenever we have like friends over, like me and my roommates, I'm like, they're just gonna leave shit.
Well,
they don't
same
pay
with dudes.
rent.
It's same with dudes. Like if a girl like she's not gonna get you a plate. Like
So I was just about to say that. Like I come from a very like old school background, and everyone knows this, like in the African American culture, like it's a big deal about making your man's plate. It's like a huge deal. And I was in a relationship with someone, and he came over for like Thanksgiving dinner, and I was on my like feminist shit, like you stand in line with me, just like everybody else. And my great aunt was like, "What are you doing?" And I was just like, "I'm waiting in line for this turkey."
What are you doing?
And she was just like, "No, child, you invited this man here as your date. Here, you better make his plate." Like it's like that's like a big deal.
It's big.
It's a really big deal. I actually know a guy who, dated outside of his race, and that wasn't like a cultural thing. It was a black guy, and when he brought his girlfriend over for like a family dinner thing, and she didn't make his plate, like his mom was like upset, like thrown off. And he was like, "Mom, you gotta understand that's like it's cultural." Right. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'm like thinking the second guy I dated was black, and like, did I not? Like crap. But his mom loved me. Like,
yeah, I mean, but it is like a culture. It's almost like you have to kind of like teach or
it's a prep. It's a prep.
It's like a test.
If they don't know, it's
a test.
But if my girl didn't know that, I'll be like, "Yo, just to let you know, this isn't a masculine thing, but you should probably make me a plate."
Yeah. It's not.
I'll make your plate all the time.
Yeah.
It's not like degrading you.
Like
I'm not trying to degrade you, but if you don't want my grandma, I'm looking at you crazy.
Right.
Just go ahead and
do it.
So thanks. I would hate if someone made my plate. I'd be like, you don't know how I like my things.
Right.
Like, don't touch my food.
Just ask. Just be like, "Babe, what you want?"
Yeah. That's it.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
That's all you got.
And if there's only like one baked potato left, I'd be like, "Sorry, my plate needed it."
My plate needed it.
It's so weird. It's such a big thing, though. It's such a big thing. It's your turn.
It is big.
Be inappropriate.
Spicy.
I know. Mine was so G-rated.
I got you. All right, let's do it. It says, "Ask Lauren any."
Get the fuck out.
Does it really? Oh my gosh. Okay.
You live for this.
What's something you're wanting to know?
You know what?
He knows everything.
I know everything. So
But
I'm gonna defer to you. You can ask Lauren anything.
This is this. Okay.
That's the second time I got it.
Whew, let me think.
Or you can ask a question that you think the room may want to know.
Nah, I'll give you this. You can ask her anything.
I'm not doing good today.
I won't torture you, don't worry.
No, it's cool. Whatever.
What would you say scares you the most about your current dating environment?
Oh, that's a
former reporter, Riley.
Action news.
Yes, reporting
what
live.
scares me the most about
your current dating situations.
I think transparency, because people we live in it right now, we just live in everyone's kind of fake, because they hide behind filters, hide behind social media apps. So really what scares me is someone just really being who they are. I want you to just be, if you a clown, be a clown up front. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to figure that out three months down the line after maybe I'm feeling this person that you're presenting, right? I know they say people always bring their representative, but just be yourself up front. And I think there's a lot of frauds out here. People like fraud. But something else to add to that is people your group or the people that surround you pass judgment, right? And I mean girlfriends and stuff like that. I take that very seriously when I'm bringing someone to the table. Right now, a big thing is dating outside of your race. Everyone's hey,
we talk about this.
We talk about this all the time. We just had a conversation. I'm not opposed to it, and I think that I would be open to it, but I think I'm hesitant based on my and not that my family is racist or anything like that, or my friends, but everyone's so hashtag black love, you don't want to marry a black guy, but whatever. And I'm well, maybe that's not who I'm supposed to be with. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's that judgment that comes along with whoever you bring. Yeah. So people just being open to anything. Yeah. Kind of right now is the most thing that scares me because a lot of people are not. They say they are, but they're not.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I get
it. Answer.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
I'll
You'll prove that?
I'll prove.
You didn't answer her, so let's see if take a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, fine. All right, there's a lot of pink ones in here.
Last question. Here
this is...
Do you know which one?
What is up with me today?
What is
your time to burn?
But actually, this is the easy answer because it's no. But have you ever had sex in a public place?
Oh, my God.
So, no.
I'm glad I didn't get that one.
Where photo?
So I don't have to answer this question. I don't have to drink because the question is no. Like my friends make fun of me all the time. Like, I'm low key a prude. Like, I talk that hot shit, but but like it's certain stuff that
stay in.
Like, yeah, right. It's like yeah. But it's certain stuff that I'm like, nah, I don't really want to do that. Where I hear like stories from other people, they like spicy and they did it like we were on the beach in the bag and and I'm like, but it was sand.
Yeah, sand? No.
Beach is overrated.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what else is overrated?
Sand everywhere.
Sex in the shower is super overrated. It's first of all, to me, it's a hazard.
Unless you have a standing shower. Like,
I don't want to get my hair wet, so I'm not interested in that.
It's a hazard. One wrong move and everybody's going down. It's right.
Curtains.
It's a curtain.
Yeah.
The thing.
That one's a little bit more risky.
Unless, like you said, like you're on vacation and you're like in one of those showers. It's like this thing, and it's like the mood is sexy. But if you at home in a regular joint, I'm cool.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
It's too many.
Lather and get out.
It's like
too many liabilities.
Right. Like little joints.
Too many liabilities. But shout out to people who are not scared to get caught in public somewhere.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Cool
until they get caught. And then they're on the news. Then their life.
Or arrested or both.
And then I'm thinking about places that are dirty.
Yeah.
Like public bathrooms and like.
But when you're drunk, you don't really think about that.
So you have to be drunk to do those things.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear you.
It's kind of when it's spur of the moment. That's what it is. It's the spontaneity of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, guys.
Survived.
You survived.
Yeah, so much fun.
Shot. And we played like 3 or 4 rounds of it, too.
I can honestly keep going. It's so fun.
It is cool. Yeah. All right, everybody. So when we come back, we got the LRL wrap up. We're going to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But stay right there. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here at Water Ice Radio.
Yeah.
We're back, everybody. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here on Water Ice Radio.
I told you would love her.
I know I do. Like, no, I want you back, like,
tomorrow.
We can make it a monthly thing. It'd be fun. I mean, I'm going to go on a ton of dates, and they're all going to be horrible. So I'll have lots of material.
It'll be like our update with Riley, and like real shit.
Or we could have maybe your listeners like ask questions. I think it'd be
like the Ask Abby. What was it? The Dear Abby.
It used to be called Dear Abby.
Back in the day, the Dear Abby, they would write love letters.
Yeah.
Letters about relationships.
I just think sometimes it's great just to ask a question to people who don't know you, and we'll just give you like our objective opinion.
Yeah, objective.
Yeah. Whatever. We just made it up. There it is. We'll find. Jay always comes up with a cool name.
We're gonna have to come up with a segment or something. That'll be fun.
Read by Riley.
We haven't had a segment in a while, actually.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, here I am.
Yeah.
Well, this is the time that we
Wildin' with Riley.
I
like that one.
And we have to play around the shoot your shot every time we go. All right, guys, this is our most least favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
We are saying goodbye. This is the Lauren Reed Live wrap up. Riley, thank you for coming through. Remember, everybody, please check out revelandmotion.com.
Yeah.
Same thing on Instagram?
On Instagram, it's just my personal account. It's at Riley M. My name is spelled really weird. It's RILIEGHM.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Of
course.
So
much fun.
Wasn't it fun?
So much fun.
Able to work it out.
I want to know how the date goes after this.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, y'all. So that's pretty much it. Anything going on right now?
Lauren, you got beat up today.
I did.
But you're a survivor. You're not going to give up.
I'm a survivor.
You're going to keep going. I know how the rest of the song goes. But
you had it. You were going there.
I'm a survivor.
I'm not going to give up. Yes.
I'm not going to stop. I'm going to work hard.
That's her cut. That's what I do.
That's what you do.
This is what I do. That's what I'm here for.
We got a lot of stuff coming up with Water Ice, so make sure you follow us. Sign up for our newsletter. WODRICE, your scoop to everything Philly. Follow us on all Instagram, social media platforms.
Yep.
Water Ice Radio. We're on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Google Play, Apple Music.
Yes, and really quick, I have to send a quick shout out to somebody. My engineer.
Linnea.
My personal assistant, my photographer.
Yeah.
All of that.
She be getting them low angles.
Linnea rolled around on the ground for me the other night for a good angle for a shot.
That's a real friend.
That's real shit.
She's a Scorpio.
So just so you know, when we get there, when I have like a real budget, Linnea, all things will be filtered through her.
Right.
Okay, so shout out to Linnea. She's a real
Incoming
one out
business,
here.
That's the
She's a real one out here. All right, everybody, make sure you check out the Lauren Riliegh Live Show. We come on every other Tuesday on all of those platforms as well.
Really quick, and if you're in the Philadelphia area, if you're in the city, make sure you stop by and see one of the newsstands.
Yes.
Newsstands associated with Philadelphia. We run all the content on the newsstands within all those monitors. You can see us. You see
Uncensored.
We got Uncensored. We got some new hosts coming in with some great content, so definitely check us out.
And weekly updates.
And weekly updates.
Featuring you.
I'm out here in these streets.
Yep, he's working. All right, guys, we don't want to end this show. You can tell, right? But we got to get out of here. Riley has a date to go on.
Yep.
I got to get back home. And that is pretty much it. So you know how we end this show. Not all superheroes wear capes, but sometimes they wear headphones. Peace, everybody.
Bye.